weather, and more. It's Terry Henney and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly sunny good morning to you. I hope your day's going well for you, wherever you might be. Hey, not all that bad of a day, at least inside. You once again walk outside. You got a little bit of humidity going on, but not nearly as bad as what it has been the past couple of days here at the noon hour. 74%, it's still pretty sticky out there. Combine that with the 79 degrees, it feels like 84. But we do have a little bit of a breeze coming out of the south at 21 miles per hour. Barometer is falling off, 29.85. The reason for that, there is a low pressure system that's off to the northwest of us right now. It is going to be crossing through the northern sections of the Lower Peninsula over the next 24 hours. And then it's going to break down. This particular low pressure system is a fairly weak one, but it is enough to generate a little bit of a stirring up of this atmosphere, this air that we have right now, which is very unsettled. Many of you heard about and some of you experienced the storm activity overnight last night. And we have rainfall amounts all over the place. Northern Michigan seems to be the hardest hit as far as rain amounts go. We have had some reports of almost 3 inches in the Traverse City area and a good 2.5 in the Grayling-Gaylord area. Over by Houghton Lake, we're looking at rain gauges of well over 1 inch, and in some cases 2. We did experience some pretty strong gusty winds, better than 60 miles per hour in the central part of the Lower Peninsula, the west central part, and all that activity did move up into northern Michigan. And that's the reason why as many people are out of electricity as what they are right now. Also, up in Michigan's Upper Thumb, they did experience some pretty heavy downpours. Matter of fact, Port Hope, the last time I looked, officially had more than 1 inch of rain. And some folks in the north and northeastern part of Huron County did experience not only strong gusty winds, but heavy downpours overnight last night. Right now, officially Port Hope about 1 inch of rain. Out at MBS International Airport, close to 1/2 inch. But then you get around the Midland area, Midland Airport, thereabouts, only 1/10. That was it. And some folks did get some pretty strong winds, but not a whole lot of rain. Bay City, we have had some reports of a couple 1/10 of 1 inch, but that's been it. Some strong gusty winds. And the back 40 in Richville, we had about 1/4 of 1 inch in the gauge. Vassar only 1/10 of 1 inch, but then you get over by Cass City, and we're talking 1/2 inch of rain there. Carroll, 1/3 of 1 inch. Frankenmuth, just barely a trace. And then Bad Axe, Fillion, Port Austin, everybody looking at 1/2 to 9/10 of 1 inch of rain. Southeast Michigan, pretty much unscathed when it came to any heavy precipitation amounts. And as far as the winds are concerned, didn't see much of anything going on. So again, what we're looking at is the west side of the state and the north side of the state, the primary recipients of all of this heavy downpour activity. Now, Mother Nature is going to try to spread the wealth just a little bit more, but still, it does appear as though the best chance of getting any severe weather, again, later on this afternoon, tonight, and overnight, is going to be that western 2/3 of the Lower Peninsula. So the I-75 corridor west, it looks right now, is going to have a much better chance, once again, of some heavy downpours and some thunder and lightning and some strong winds. For us in the Great Lakes Bay region overall, a little bit better chance of seeing some shower activity than what we have seen. And for most of us, it's been right around that 1/10 of 1 inch, 1/4 of 1 inch, 1/3 of 1 inch. That's been it. We're not really going to get away from this humidity until we move into the day on Friday. That's when another low pressure system is going to be crossing northern Michigan. That is going to continue to pull that unsettled air and mix it with some cooler air as we go through the day on Thursday. So it looks like the frontal system from a low pressure system over the western part of the Upper Peninsula is going to cross through the Lower Peninsula later in the day on Thursday and early Thursday evening. And by late Thursday, more than likely after sunset, we're going to have a pretty good chance of seeing some partly cloudy skies. 65 degrees, though, is what we're going to be looking at on Thursday night for a temperature. And then on Friday, we're going to be looking at 80 degrees, but we're going to have a northwest wind on Friday. So that's going to spell some humidity relief, and then clear skies on Friday night with a low of 56. And then on Saturday and Sunday, upper 70s to right around 80 degrees, but lower humidities with clear skies at night and temperatures in the 57 to 59 degree range. Now, all the way through the 24th of the month, we are going to be looking at much above average temperatures and below precipitation. So a little bit of a change from what we have been seeing as far as humidity and chances of precipitation. But those temperatures are going to continue to be above average. And some of the early projections for fall are indicating that this fall is going to be above average when it comes to temperatures as well. So precipitation values, the jury is still out, but I have a funny feeling that I don't think we're going to have a wet fall by any stretch. But again, that's just my opinion. We'll see how things shape up as we get a little bit closer to the Labor Day holiday. Record high in the state is 96, set back in 1944. The record low 45, set in 1950. A year ago, 89 was our high, 68 was our low. We had no precipitation a year ago today. Kind of interesting, out at MBS International Airport, we have finally matched precipitation for the year from January right up to the 10th of August, where a year ago it was 16.31 inches of precipitation, and the majority of that came in the spring and the early summer. We finally have hit 16.38 inches of precipitation this year. So once we finally have reached where we were precipitation-wise a year ago. Let me see here. 8:45 is sunset tonight. 6:38 is sunrise tomorrow morning. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Cody Harris standing by. We'll take a look and see what's going on the markets. But before we do that, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound-up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant today. The Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency wants you to be ready. They want you to be ready for those severe storms. They've got a pretty good list of hail insurance coverages that you should be taking a look at right now, because that harvest is not in the bin yet. It's out in the field, and Mother Nature can have her way with it. Might be a real good idea to do a little risk management right now with the Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency. They're licensed to serve all of Michigan with both conventional and organic crop insurance. Now, their agents can be reached directly on the cell for questions or emergencies, or you can just give the office a call, 989-868-4722. The Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency. Cody Harris is on the line with us right now. Cody, all eyes on that government report coming up tomorrow. Are we taking a little stance right now in preparation of that? What's going on?
Good morning, Terry. Yeah, we're definitely focused on that report here tomorrow and kind of looking at how the market is acting today. We're getting a little bit of activity on the corn and soybean side of things, definitely in the positive direction. Looking over at the wheat market, it's kind of still sitting quiet, seeing what that USDA comes out for a production report tomorrow. Kind of looking at everything away it sits right now. We got cash wheat, that's down 4. We got 688 on the white, 653 on the red. Looking over at new crop next year wheat, that is down 6 here this morning. We're looking at 718 on the white, and we're looking at 658 on the red. Then as we look over the corn, cash corn is up 5 at 618. New crop corn is up 5 as well at 508. And then look over at soybeans. Cash soybeans are up 5 at 1332, and new crop soybeans are up 5 as well at 1277.
Anything in particular that's jumping out at you right now, Cody?
Well, like I said, everything's kind of really focused on that report here tomorrow, which comes out noon our time. That's what a lot of the market's looking at right now. But as far as soybeans, kind of this morning, we're seeing a little more strength than what we thought we'd see today. And diving into a couple little wires that had come across my desk here this morning. That's definitely being supported by about a 1.5 cent gain in December soybean oil. And that's being fueled by the October contract from Malaysian palm oil, which closed up 7.4% today. That's a new contract high. So you're seeing the kind of oil world definitely strengthen the soybeans on this aspect. And that's kind of, as we go through the report tomorrow, it seems like, especially corn and soybeans, and soybeans aspect, it looks like the analysts I've talked to this morning are expecting the USDA to lower the soybean yield to about 50.3 bushels per acre. Then on the corn side of things, analysts I've spoke to, they're looking for the USDA to lower the corn yield to about 177.1 bushels per acre. But, the August report for corn, we sometimes it's a coin flip, so we got to see how that kind of comes out. As far as soybeans are concerned, we're still in a very crucial part of the soybean growing time. So that could go either way depending on what this weather outlook for the next, 10 to 14 days is as we kind of move through August.
Yeah, you're right there.
That's what we're focused on.
All right, Cody, you take care. Have a great day, okay?
You as well, Terry. Thank you.
I will. A little bit more in depth as far as what the markets are doing. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer takes a look at it and sees what's going on in Chicago. The market report brought to you by Quality Roasting of Reese, purchasing local soybeans, processing local beans, and marketing local Exceller meal, which is a high bypass soybean meal for your dairy herd. They've been doing that since 1991. Quality Roasting of Reese. And by Schaefer and Beerline, if you're looking for a new Ram commercial truck or van, get it from a dealer that's been around for a while, like 1852 maybe. Schaefer and Beerline and Frankenmuth knows trucks, so buy with confidence from a dealer where family and service sells cars. They are the Great Lakes Bay Area's certified ag dealer, Schaefer and Beerline. Doug Klein, what are you looking at right now?
Well, a couple of things. The oil stocks at Cushing have hit about a 3-year low. So consulting fees aside, I guess somebody in the White House is going to make a phone call over to the Saudis and see if they can turn on the spigot just a little bit stronger for us to have a little more crude oil, for our supply. So that they're working on that. And then inflation numbers hit a pretty high number, but markets kind of shrugged it off and said, that we were expecting much worse than 5.4% year over year. I don't know what they were expecting, but apparently 5.4 is good. So it's all good till it's not. Here's your numbers. September corn is 556 3/4, up 7.5 cents. December corn is 558, up 4 3/4. September soybeans 1353.5, up 5 1/4. The November soybeans 1342 3/4, up 6 cents. September wheat is 723 1/4, up 3 3/4, and the December wheat is 736, up 3 1/2. Crude oil is 67.80, down 49 cents. Heating oil is 207.04, that's down a penny. Gasoline is 226.19, down 0.6 of a penny, and natural gas is 4.02, that's down 7 cents. Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar gets you $1.2513 at the border. That's down 6 ticks. The yen is at 110.46, down 10 ticks. The euro is at 117.37, up 19 ticks. The dollar's at 92.929. That's down 12.5 ticks. Gold is at 1743.90, up 15.10 an ounce. Silver's at 23.47, up 8 cents. Platinum's at 10.12. That is up $25.
All right. I think that covers it. Now we're gonna sit back and try to recover.
Mhm.
Doug, you take care. Have a good one. All right.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Joining me right now, Jerry Samolsky over at Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Jerry, understand we've got a little insect issue that we need to take care of.
We do, Terry. I really encourage all the listeners out there to please pay attention, and we all need your help. Asian longhorn beetle is an invasive pest. We haven't seen it in Michigan yet. Doesn't mean it's not here, but it's been here about 20-some years in the country, and unlike emerald ash borer, they've been able to eradicate it in 16 of the 20 sites. So if you see it, we want to identify it and get on it hard and fast to help stop it. It is a terribly invasive pest that features its favorite foods are maple, elm, and willow, but it does get on sycamore, poplar, a lot of other trees as well. But at the end of the day, this thing will leave a hole in your tree, each one about 3/4 of an inch. And that means a regular pencil will go into that hole very easily. So the larvae feed inside, they leave that hole, and sometimes the holes will, frass will emerge. But what we're looking for today, and what we want you to keep your eyes open, number one, holes in your tree, big holes. And then number two, this black insect that's about 3/4 of an inch to 1.5 inches long. They're big. And their antenna, Asian longhorn beetle, think about it, their horns are about 1.5 inches long. And it's black with random white markings. So again, if you see them, please call the Department of Ag, call your extension agent, call someone, and identify this thing, and let's put it to a stop. It hasn't been found in Michigan, but it is in Ohio, and I believe it's in Illinois as well. So we want to definitely keep an eye on it and keep it out of here.
Good advice. Jerry, thank you. We really appreciate it. You take care. Have a good day, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yep.
Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. We'll be right back. Chuck Lipstrew will be joining us.
Where has the Pioneer Audio Tour taken me today? Olivia, Minnesota, next to a field planted with Pioneer brand Enlist E3 soybeans. This field looks peaceful, but like every field, there's a constant battle going on against weeds. Right now, the farmer of this operation is making a pass with what looks like a 120-foot sprayer boom. Enlist E3 soybeans offer the most advanced trait technology on the market. And while it's new to most farmers, it's not new to Pioneer. Pioneer experts and agronomists have already completed hundreds of on-farm trials, all so that acres like this have healthy soybeans with great yield potential. Enlist E3 soybeans on a farm in Olivia. Another thing that makes Pioneer, Pioneer. You'll hear more from me later. For now, let your local Pioneer sales representative hear from you.
If you would like the opportunity to join a team that does quite a job when it comes to John Deere, why don't you join up with Tri-County Equipment and become a John Deere technician? Now, you'll be able to provide solutions every day with the latest technology while working on engines, systems, and equipment. They do have on-the-job training, so there are advancement opportunities. If you've got a strong work ethic, are team-oriented, and want to support some of the country's most important industries, get a hold of Tri-County Equipment today. Remember, when you're talking John Deere and Michigan's Thumb, as well as Saginaw Reese and Birch Run, join the team of Tri-County Equipment, locally owned, locally driven. Chuck Lipstrew joining me now with the Michigan Agribusiness Association. Chuck, let's talk a little infrastructure.
Yeah, this has been the big national news during the last day or so. The U.S. Senate passed a new infrastructure package, $1 trillion infrastructure bill that's been widely praised by the agriculture community here over the last 12 hours or so. Terry, it invests in everything from bridges to broadband. And I think everybody, having examined the bill that the Senate came up with, has, evaluated it as something that is good for agriculture in rural communities. It's going to invest in rural broadband. It's going to invest in roads and bridges that we've been saying for years are crumbling. Obviously, there's no magic solution on the infrastructure question, but the Senate bill is good news, and it's garnered pretty wide support here in our agriculture industry over the last 24 hours as it came together in the U.S. Senate.
Well, that's terrific. And again, as I understand it, the infrastructure bill does involve quite a bit of broadband solutions here for a lot of folks out in rural areas.
Yeah, it makes a $65 billion with a B investment in broadband across the nation. $2 billion of that is dedicated entirely toward rural broadband, but when we think about delivering high-speed internet access to rural communities, it's sort of a whole network approach. So having $65 billion in that bill for broadband internet is very good news. And, a couple other things we've talked about for some time, Terry. Number one, bridges. We talk a lot about fixing the roads in our state, but as your listeners know all too well, there's a lot of bridges out there that either have reduced load limits or sometimes are placed out of service in rural communities, and that sends you, 10 miles out of your way in terms of where you're trying to get. So we have to focus on rural bridge repair as a priority. This bill helps to do that. And the one other thing I would call out is inland waterway investments. So the bill puts $17 billion toward investments in locks, dams, and canals and inland waterway transportation, which is critical for marketing opportunities in the grain sector in particular. So all around good news, Terry, and it was good to see Democrats and Republicans come together and figure this deal out. Obviously, the Senate's going to be working on another package here going forward that Democrats are championing, but this infrastructure bill is very bipartisan in nature, and it's good news for rural communities.
Chuck Lipstrew, thank you very much for your input. We really appreciate it. You take care. Have a great day, okay?
You too. Thank you, sir.
You bet. Chuck Lipstrew with the Michigan Agribusiness Association.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series tractor is the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. for over 10 years. Powerful Kubota diesel engine, ease of operation, and your choice of a Kubota gear or HST transmission. The durable Kubota L-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer. Mow, dig, haul, lift. The versatile Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor does it all. Switching attachments is simple, and a smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation. The Kubota BX Series, the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. for over 10 years. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
See Kim Weiss at Lingle Equipment, 3001 Sawyer Drive along I-75 at the M81 Carroll exit just south of the Zilwaukee Bridge, Saginaw. Call Kim today at 989-754-7801 or email at k.weiss@lingle1.com.
Couple of things coming up this Friday. We're going to be broadcasting from the Bay County Fair. We're going to have a chance to talk to some of the young people that were involved in the livestock auction. That is going to be Thursday at 6 p.m. at the Livestock Arena. So we encourage you to get out and support the young people of Bay County. Our broadcast on Friday will be brought to you by the folks at the Frankenmuth Credit Union. And then later that day, Steiner Tractor Parts invites you to the Thumb Area Old Engine and Tractor Association meet. That'll be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Tuscola County Fairgrounds. And we'll have a lot more information on that for you once we get close.
Northeastern Paint, Home Decoration Center. We're more than a custom paint store. We have everything you need. From carpet to lighting, it's all here. With quality and satisfaction guaranteed. Northeastern Paint, Home Decoration Center.
Since 1959, count them, that's 62 years, Northeastern Paint Supply has been serving the Tri-Cities. We have the most knowledgeable staff in the area, offering you the highest quality products in the industry. Benjamin Moore Paints, Hunter Douglas Blinds, Quazell and Kitchener Lighting, Flooring from Flooring America, fireplace doors, gas logs, and custom-made rugs. It's all here under one roof. Northeastern Paint Supply, Saginaw and Bay City.
Northeastern Paint, Home Decoration Center.
We now conclude our program with the playing of the national anthem.
From the Stone Specialist Studios, this is WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm Steve Kathan. There's new guidance just out from